Well, you know, the Ibram Kendi actually has a Netflix special now. Remember, ESPN gave him his little race thing, like calling it racism in sports and all that other stuff. Basically, he was calling everybody racist. Well, he is directly attacking white people now on Netflix. Yeah. And he gets a huge round of applause. Ibram Kendi. Yep. He is attacking white people for your whiteness. Yeah. Check this out. I didn't know he actually had a new Netflix special here. Look at this here. Ibram Kendi, Henry Rogers, gets applause for race remarks at Netflix screening. Whiteness prevents white people from connecting to humanity. Now, Rhodes, I'm going to flip this around, okay?
Yeah.
What if you came out as a white man and said, blackness prevents black people from connecting to humanity? That sounds pretty bad, right?
I would never be allowed to work anywhere again. Basically, I would become public enemy number one. I might make national news, actually. If
you'll be called a Klansman.
Oh, without a doubt. It'd be pictures of me wearing hoods.
I mean, This sounds exactly like I've already called Ibram Kendi the Black David Duke, because if you remember David Duke, I mean, we were little boys when he was in the Klan.
Yeah,
but he was very, very similar to Ibram Kendi. Educated, he never wore a Klan robe. He didn't use racial slurs, but what he was saying was still racist. That's who.
He always wore a suit and a tie, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Anytime I saw him on television. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's who Ibram Kendi is, the Black David Duke. It's just that simple. But we got a clip here, too. We have a clip here. Whiteness prevents white people from connecting to humanity. Ibram Kendi receives a giant applause from the Netflix film screening audience after demonizing white people around the world. Let's roll it.
I don't think white people worldwide have really reckoned with how much their own personal identity is shaped by constructions of whiteness, and how much that construction of whiteness prevents white people from connecting to humanity. In other words, recognizing that when you recognize that you are part of...
Let me stop right there real quick. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He keeps a whole bunch of nothing so far.
You know what he is? He is a fraudulent grifter. He has figured out a way to parlay his blackness into a paycheck from idiots that are willing to platform him and pay him to go out there. And if you listen to what he is saying, he's actually saying nothing. It sounds like he's manufactured his own way of thinking in order to trick people into making you believe that your whiteness is racist and I'm going to get a paycheck for it. On that, This guy is a fraud.
Yeah. Let's listen to the rest of it.
And parcel of humanity. In other words, you're not over humanity, right? It allows you to really be able to connect to people who don't look like you, who have kinky hair, who have dark skin, and to see yourself in them. And it's whiteness that prevents that. Right, and when you're not able to see yourself in other human beings, that creates all sorts of problems. But not just societal problems, personal problems. That I think hopefully this film and this work will liberate those folks from. So I think it's liberating all the way around, right? I think it will liberate really all of us, because we've all been told a lie about ourselves and other people.
Ooh.
Wow. That man is a complete fraud.
Wow.
A complete fraud.
Wow.
Your whiteness is the
stealing
problem.
For a living. Just like Kaepernick was stealing for a living.
This guy is preying on the ignorant. He is literally, I've come up with a certain way to relay the fact that there's really racism all over the place and whiteness is evil. I'm grifting off of it. I've convinced white social justice warriors that are involved with entertainment to pay me to feed bullshit that they're willing to put out there, even though the data very clearly states that when this kind of crap gets released, it is DOA. Nobody watches it.
Yeah.
Nobody watches it. I mean, he's running a scam. Kaepernick running a scam.
Let's talk about this here.
Yeah.
Jim Crow South, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The South run by white people, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you had civil rights activists, black civil rights activists that were trying to end Jim Crow, right?
Correct.
Do you actually think that black people ended the Jim Crow South by themselves? Absolutely not. It was white people, too, that ended Jim Crow. Yeah. Because without white people, Jim Crow is not ending.
Absolutely. It was people of all races, all ethnicities that realized that way of thinking was morally bankrupt. And without everybody coming together as a unit, it would have never gotten done. It would have never been abolished.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
it would not have been abolished unless we started coming together. That's how Jim Crow ended. But guys like Ibram Kendi, man, he wants to restart Jim Crow.
Martin Luther King would absolutely cringe over this guy.
He'd be rolling over in his grave right now with a guy like Ibram Kendi because he's trying to undo the work of Dr. King.